In Joe Biden's America, everything now is about racism. The left's quest to convince you that America is racist, that you are all racist. It is all about division. It's about chaos and class warfare. What it doesn't have anything to do with is skin color, though they want you to believe that it does. It's not black versus white. It's the haves versus the have-nots. And even more importantly, by making racism the number one excuse for the have-nots plight, it takes the focus off Democrat policies that put the have-nots in the position that they are in right now. At all cost, Democrat leadership uses the media to wage war on white America. It is a diversion. Welfare is an addiction the Democrats created. Their defund the police movement partnered with the coddle the criminal policies like doing away with bail and letting people skate, forced the nation into experiencing a crime wave like we've never seen before. Of course, the media will tell you the root cause of all our nation's ills is due to systemic racism. That's bogus. But it is a script they follow to the T.
What these politicians are objecting to is a factual analysis of our history, warts and all.
We live in a country with systemic racism.
Confront the injustices that have been built into every social system within this country. We can confront the institutional racism that this country lives with every single day.
What do we call this, if not systemic racism, institutionalized discrimination?
Oh, come on. See, again, over and over again, it's all about cover for what's really happening in America. Democrats wanting to hold minorities down, promising them the world in exchange for, of course, what? Votes. Instead of blaming the left's oppressive policies and the Democrats' quiet belief that minorities just aren't worthy or capable, the example, of course, being that they somehow can't get an ID to vote or they can't find their way to the polls. That is offensive, yet they call us the racists. Take a look at this report by National Archives Task Force. It's newly released. It claims the National Archives Rotunda that houses the U.S. Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Bill of Rights is an example of, quote, structural racism, because our founding fathers are portrayed, quote, too positively. This is nothing short of insanity. Too positively, the men who risked their lives, their businesses, their farms, their families, their futures to stand up against British tyranny. They're portrayed too positively. Their views of liberty and freedom for all mankind are what shaped America into the greatest nation in the world. And now, our own government wants to vilify our founding fathers when we owe them a debt of gratitude that can never be repaid. Here is an example of what is in that report by the National Archives Task Force. It reads, quote, for example, a search for Thomas Jefferson in ourdocuments.gov brings up 24 results. He is described in this sample lesson plan as a visionary who took vigorous action to strengthen the will of the nation to expand westward. To me, that all sounds reasonable. But no, Joe Biden's National Archives Task Force wants to rewrite history to make all the, quote, white wealthy men out to be hateful criminals. It is all a big sham and all part of the quest to divide us and, more importantly, divert us, divert our attention from the Democrat Party's true oppressive, racist policies. That's what's going on with the left's sensationalized version of the January 6th security breach at the Capitol. Now Nancy Pelosi is working on forming a House Select Committee to investigate the events of that day. It is all designed to make every freedom-loving American look like some kind of racist, Nazi-loving domestic terrorist.
January 6th was one of the darkest days in our nation's history. While I think we could have been better prepared, I don't think anybody would have foreseen an insurrection incited by the President of the United States.
Oh, come on, we all know it wasn't an insurrection, but now she wants this committee formed to weaponize against all Trump supporters and all conservatives. You see, the leftist goons all fall in line here. I want you to take a listen to liberal propagandist Joe Conason on America Agenda with me today, earlier, comparing, this is what he did, he compared January 6th to Benghazi.
It's a little bit similar to Benghazi, except that Benghazi had already had 6 investigations before.
How dare you, Joe, compare it to Benghazi, when those men were left hung out to dry, half a world away from America. Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, nowhere to be found. They have blood on their hands. That you're going to compare Benghazi to January 6th?
Are you comparing Americans to the Taliban?
No. Why would I do that?
Because you compared Benghazi to what happened on January 6th.
Well, I think there were people who were violent Nazis, for instance, who invaded the Capitol on that day, and I would compare them to the Taliban. You're damn right.
Knock it off, please.
Video?
Please just knock it off with the Nazi talk. It's ridiculous. Please knock it off with the trying to kill police officers. Just be honest about what happened. Well, they're never honest about what happened. And so that went on and on and on. But here's my promise to all of you. I will never stop pushing back against lies. They want to compare January 6th to Benghazi. That's an outrage. Men lost their lives that day defending other Americans when they were hung out to dry, as I said in that clip, by Barack Obama and, yes, of course, Hillary Clinton. Where was Joe Biden through it all as well? But they don't want to talk about those things. They'd rather make up lies to make all of you, all of us, look bad. Not going to work on our watch.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.